onto it. I think Nene is onto it.
Okay,
Love it.
you're a
I'm
fan.
here. I am loving what is happening. And I would Kenya, find a way to make that salon work, great girl. Find a way to figure out the rent and keep filming your talk show in your salon. You're gonna have a line 2 blocks
And
long.
mind you, it's not like Nini's where there's it's just her. It seems I think it looks great. I just think, but I think that she's probably spending less. It's not like people are around her. She's doing it after hours, but it's in, you see the salon. But I don't think Nene or Kenya are allowed or are going to be asked back to, yes, everyone's going to say, but Nene said she's at a good place with the network. I'm sure she's in a good place with the network. She hosted the Carpet. She might be in a great place with the network. They might use her to host that gig again. I don't think Nene Leakes is going to be asked to come back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I don't think Kenya is either. Period. I'm sticking to that.
Why do you
Period.
think, do you just think that Nene would just be too expensive? I also think for these networks, we've turned a corner, right? We've turned a corner in what they're going to pay for salaries, and they're not going to pay. They're not going to pay one. I mean, Kyle's the last of the legacy. If Teresa comes, even if Teresa comes back, look, I saw this at Fox 5 DC. I I saw this. Like you had huge name anchors in the DC region. And at one point, new management came in and they ripped the band-aid off. And
Stacy
they sat
Rush
down.
from RHOP. Was she part of the big name or was she part of the new regime?
I like, first of all, I love her on reality TV, so I feel guilty, but saying this, but this is the truth. This is
You
unfortunate.
told everyone in this community here at Behind the Velvet Rope, Sarah
Yes.
Fraser, that before she was even on The Housewives, that Fox 5 kicked Stacey's ass out and she got fired because
I'm sorry. They did. And look, they reprimanded me over the years. And once I moved to LA on them, they called my ass up too. And they said, bitch. I mean, they didn't say that, but you know what I mean?
what did they
Corporate.
say?
They told me, you can't, your ass ain't living in LA. All our anchors we've called in after COVID, okay? You can't be in LA running around. People here are talking. They don't like it.
That's a pretty reasonable, I mean,
But no,
granted.
they never would have fired me from I don't want to say like, oh, I wouldn't have gotten fired from Fox, and she did. Bottom line is, she didn't fit in that. She wasn't a traffic reporter, okay? And traffic reporters, you gotta know the Beltway. She just didn't know the DMV roads, honey,
She
and
didn't know
she just
it.
didn't know it, okay? But they probably would have fired my ass too. I was crazy there, but I did get on well with the Fox Five people. We all had a good time. It didn't
Um,
work for her, but look, I'm not on a reality TV show, and you all know I would uh do a lot to get
you would, yes, you would.
uh,
Um,
killing it. She's killing it. So I don't want to say anything bad about our Stace.
no, nothing except for the fact that she was fired and she didn't know the roadways. There you go. I didn't say it, guys. Everyone thinks I'm nasty.
I'm sorry, it's the truth. And she went to ABC 7, and I'm sorry, she was let go from there too. Okay, they gave her 2 runs with the roadways. It didn't work. I'm sorry. It's the truth.
So
I've been fired.
you think that Teresa's new salary, if she is asked back, first of all, like
Yeah,
back up, could
I think
we?
they know they got her. I think they know they got her in a pinch. I think this tax thing is very real. I think they know they've got her. And the problem is, I think even with Monique Samuels, who I adore and has great morals, great
She
ethics,
needs
all these
money.
things, honey, it is, and you get addicted to, the problem is it's not just the reality show, right? It's all the opportunities that come with it. It's the local businesses going, hey, I'll pay you 5 grand to come out for a 2 hour appearance. Hey, I'll pay you $10,000 to put this video on your Instagram. They're getting that from the name Bravo. They're not getting that without it. So
Hey, come on in, a free facelift. If you're Marge or Dolores, you get that Dr. Carolac. Dr. Carolac, stop giving Margaret and Dolores like a 30 free facelifts. Enough. Dolores gained 20
give them
pounds,
to
by
us.
the way. She quit the Ozempic. Yeah, I went to Dr. Carolac with Laura, Margaret's ex-friend, back in the day, and he was giving me a little discount, but he also said, "Get out of here, get out of here. I'm not
Look,
doing you." That's a good doctor, though. He said, "You don't need it." I thought I had too many bags under the eyes. He's like, "I'm not touching you with a knife, kid." Mind you, by the way, I haven't had filler in like 2 years. I mean, Botox, sure.
Oh,
Dysport.
okay.
I haven't had Phil, but he was like, go home, get a good night's sleep, and use a good eye cream. Now I use Peak Life.
It's all
Um,
look, it's all levels, and let's not fool ourselves. Everyone wants to be on the level. I will not reveal what doctor I just went to, but I just went to a doctor here in LA and Megan Trainor was there, okay?
excuse me?
That's what I said too. Gorgeous,
I'm
flawless.
shocked
I
you didn't
mean,
ask her for a fucking picture.
I tried. But the doctors and nurses knew instantly that I was like locked in, and then they chauffeured me over to a different room. She
Correct.
gets her own entrance. They have a celebrity entrance. So I said to them on the way out, I go,
Mm.
okay, what do I need to do? How famous do I need to get the celebrity entrance? They all looked me in the eye, tee-heed, and never answered. Okay, there are levels to fame. All right, and
No
Monique
shit.
and Nene, they want the private entrance. The glasses on the private entrance. They don't want to sit with Sarah Fraser. And they chauffeured me right back out to the waiting room. Like you get addicted to it. Teresa will be back for half her salary. If she was making two, they're going to go, all we can afford is one. And she's probably going to, I don't know what lawyer she's using. They'll settle at 1.5, 1.4 and a quarter. There you have it. Yes. And you are going to say yes because you need the money for taxes. You love the fame and you want the private entrance when you walk into these doctors' offices. You don't want to be sitting next to Sarah Fraser. And there it is.
Okay, there's a lot you said there. Let me just address a few points very quickly. As far as the lawyer she's using, it ain't the scumbag lawyer, Jim Leonard. Real. He's a scumbag. I don't think she could afford him, so she either fired him or he quit. I don't know, one of those two, because it doesn't appear she uses the scumbag anymore. Two, we have to have a show that comes back. I'm not convinced New Jersey is coming back. Andy said it. Andy said that his dick was 10 inches and we know it's 2 inches. Forget
Oh,
what Andy fucking says, okay? We have to have the show come back, which I guess it will. We have to have Rory not take it over. So if the show even comes back, yeah, I guess we have to then have Teresa come back. But I kind of agree with you. If they do ask her back and the show does come back, I do believe Teresa will be taking a pay cut. I do actually. I agree with you.
wow.
Look, New Jersey is off the air for the same reason. Well, also because Teresa worked with Melissa's old nose, who came on here and she did some bad things with the bloggers. I know Margaret did them too. Listen, Margaret ain't no great shakes. I mean, she's an asshole for a whole bunch of other reasons, okay? But
I just watched her make popovers on her Instagram. That was kind of good. I was
you
like,
didn't
oh, maybe this should be her thing.
you don't want to slit your fucking eyes?
She does track old. There's something
Yeah,
about
I
her.
mean, it's her personality. It's not even her. Now, granted, I live
And it's the
basically.
teeth. They look like falsies. You know what I mean? You remember when your grandmother, did you ever have a grandmother who
And
really
she
like,
went to Dr. Appa, like the number one. Dr. Appa did Ramona, he did Kyle, he did all the Kardashians. He's in New York City. He splits his time between New York and Dubai. I have a dentist and I said, I have nice teeth, but they're never white enough for me. And I would
yeah.
like, and he's like, sweetie, sweetheart, darling apple of my eye. The dentist is in the Hamptons. He's like, if you go and get veneers at Dr. Opp or anywhere else, do not, under any circumstances, come back to this office. We are done. He's like, you are absolutely insane if you think I'm never going to do it. If you're going to take healthy teeth just because you want them a little bit whiter,
Wow.
and you don't realize the problems people have with veneers. They fall off. As soon as he said all this, he's like, you will wake up and you will need to come in. You can't even come see me now. You don't have a fucking second to take your piss. I'm like, you're right.